Hey guys, so it's New Comic Book Wednesday, and I'm going to review Detective Comics number 2 for you guys. Now, Detective Comic number 2 starts up with the opening of Bruce Wayne rock climbing, and later on he has an appointment to meet up with a guy named Hughes, and they're having like a business conversation and stuff like that. And then we bump into a reporter, Ms. Rivers, who is trying to do a private report on Bruce Wayne. But in the end, they end up sleeping together in his office, and Bruce wakes up, or he sits up in the middle of the night, maybe just late at night, I guess, and he, realizes, oh, forgot one thing, duh, I slept with you, but I gotta become Batman, of course. I gotta do what I gotta do. And he promises Miss Rivers that he will meet up with her over the weekend and have that private scoop that she was going to get on him. Now, Batman starts monologuing on his motorcycle, saying that, how did the Joker escape and stuff like that, and who helped him escape? So he's trying to figure out who helped the Joker escape in the last issue. Now, then it opens up to Commissioner Gordon and Dr. Arkham talking in Arkham Asylum. And Batman's headed there, by the way. And, they're having like a bit of rough conversation how Arkham doesn't want, Commissioner Gordon's officers in, the asylum, and basically Gordon wants to shut down the asylum. And, they're just, sort of having a rough little conversation. And then Bullock comes along and passes him a file or report from a while ago, and they show of a guy who took the little girl in the last issue. He took the little girl and pretended to be his uncle, but he was a phony person. So, of course, he says, okay, I need a smoke. And, of course, the smoking, he doesn't really need a smoke. He needs to talk to Batman. And Batman's outside Arkham Asylum, and he meets up with Gordon, and Gordon tells him everything he knows so far, but he doesn't know how the Joker escapes. And Batman wants to know, how did the Joker escape? But all Commissioner Gordon can tell him is about how the little girl was taken out of the hospital by an uncle or someone related to her. And of course Batman needs this girl. He needs information from her. And he goes off and finds her because they find the location for him, because they found the license plate and they found his location where he is. So Batman goes off and looks for the little girl. And also they get a radio in report saying that they need backup at the location they needed at. And Batman heads over there. And as Batman goes over there, he finds a police car, and he goes into the building. But no, there's no police officer in the car, and he figures, okay, maybe he's inside. And then Commissioner Gordon comes along, and he realizes, did anybody call for backup? And they said, no one called for backup, because this police officer is off duty for today. He's not working. So Commissioner Gordon finds out that this is sort of suspicious, and he hears like a thumping noise in the back trunk. And he opens the back trunk, and someone attacks him. And then, Batman goes into the building. He starts searching for the girl. Starts screaming out her name, and he smells death. He can realize there's something wrong here. And he finds a guy who took the girl and pretended to be her uncle, and he's dead. And basically, like, this guy, the guy who took her out and pretended to be her uncle, he's not a good guy. He's a thug. He's not a good person. So, yeah. And he's dead. And then later on, Batman finds the police officer's head cut off. He's beheaded and he's dead. So he realizes this is a trap. This guy's been dead for a while. He could tell. And then he gets attacked by two people who are wearing the same meat mask thing that was in issue number 1, where Joker killed one guy he was working with who wore the meat face or something like that mask. And he gets attacked. And then, they're finding it out. And then he gets drugged on the left side of the shoulder. And then he gets hit with a mallet on the right side of the shoulder by this girl named Madeline. And he talks to her brother, Orpheus, I think that's his name, Orpheus. And then they realize that they got Batman, and then Batman doesn't know who they are, and he wants to figure out who they were. But of course, later on, their father come in, and their father has the same meat mask, and you realize that this is a whole family because they start saying, "This is my father and my daughter and my son," and he has all this like group of people with not like group, but like a small group of people with like meat masks too. So they call him the doll maker. That's what they call him, the doll maker. And you get introduced to this villain, but you still don't know what happened to the Joker though. Now, what happens in the end of the issue, I will not tell you, but it's an interesting ending, which I won't spoil, but it's great. I like this. I like this issue a lot. Like as much as I don't like this issue as much as I like issue 1. Issue 1 was really good, but still this issue is pretty good too. The thing that's different from issue 1 was issue 1 was more gory. As in, like, when Joker was stabbing the meat face guy, you can actually see the blood and stuff like that and whatnot. And when he cut his face off, you saw the blood dripping from the face that Joker cut off and stuff like that. So it was a bit more gory in issue 1. In issue 2, it's not so gory because the thug that Batman finds, he's dead. He has knives stuck into his chest and stomach area, and he says he's bleeding pools of blood out. And technically, you don't see anything. You might see like a speck of blood on his like chest, but you don't see like a spill of blood coming out of his like whole body, which I think they changed up. And when you see the beheaded officer, they don't have any blood squirting out or any like blood coming down from his like how when you behead someone the blood just gushes out. They don't have that, so I think they just changed it up. Maybe they knew that was a bit gory in the first issue, so I think they toned it down a bit. Still a good issue to read. Highly recommend it. Just watch out for the ending. All these issues I've read so far, like from the New 52, they have all these like amazing twists, and I just want to pick up issue number 3 now to see what happens. But yeah, highly recommend this. If you guys are reading the Batman Detective Comics, pick it up. If you guys haven't picked it up yet, pick up number 1 and pick up number 2. Catch up with the story. And also I got DC Online Legends, DC Universe Online Legends. I won't be reviewing this because this is the 15th issue, and I have tons and tons of things to talk about before this issue happened. So I won't be reviewing it. Maybe I will when I get a chance to later on in the future when I finish reading it, because it's a 26 issue series and they're only on issue 15 right now, but when it gets to 26 I'll review it for you guys. Maybe I'll review the whole series for you, but so far I won't be reviewing and talking about this. But you see, an angry Superman. But yeah, this is in canny with the DC Universe Online Legends game. So yeah, pick up Batman Detective Comics number 2 if you guys can, and I'll see you guys later.